Sky News has been given rare access inside Rafah in the Gaza Strip to see firsthand the level of destruction since the outbreak of war almost a year ago. Our team witnessed the devastation and ongoing battles in the streets as Israel's defence forces attempted to eliminate remaining Hamas fighters. Our team were taken into the region through the Philadelphia corridor, which runs along Gaza's border with Egypt. Israel still bans foreign journalists from entering Gaza independently. Sky News was granted access by the Israeli military, though our team's movements were restricted and the material we gathered had to be authorised by the IDF. Our Middle East correspondent Alistair Bunkall reports.
This was Rafah. 250,000 people lived here before the war. Today it is almost deserted. The IDF says it has now defeated Hamas's Rafah brigade, but pockets of Hamas fighters remain. As we were filming, there was a gun battle in the next street. A Hamas sniper had been spotted.
This neighbourhood, the Israeli military say, was the stronghold of Hamas's Rafah brigade. The houses here in the foreground that are all flattened, that is because the Israeli military has demolished and blown up the tunnel network underneath them.
International journalists are still banned from entering Gaza independently. Travelling with the IDF is the only way in. The Israeli military checked our pictures before broadcast, but didn't ask us to change anything. Artillery shells have blown holes in walls and revealed the privacy of family lives before. Clothes still hang in a wardrobe, left, presumably, as the owners fled. The innocence of a child's tricycle is a flash of colour amid the grey dust and rubble. Bullet holes decorate walls and ceilings. I know how bad this looks, one soldier privately told me, but we had no choice. Hamas had months to prepare for the Rafah fight. They set booby traps in houses and fought hard. So, though, quite clearly, did the IDF.
I mean, look at this. There's nothing I can say that does more justice than the pictures themselves. And it's impossible to know whether this kind of level of destruction was militarily necessary or whether it was some scorched earth policy. But surely, if there is ever a ceasefire here, this is going to take decades to rebuild.
The 6 Israeli hostages murdered 2 weeks ago were found in this tunnel. The entry shaft was under a child's bedroom, painted with Disney figures. It joins a vast underground network, tens of kilometres long, much of it still uncovered. We drove into Gaza along the Egyptian border, the Philadelphia corridor, newly tarmacked and under Israeli control. The Israeli military says it's uncovered 9 tunnels running into Egypt. They'd already been blocked off by Hamas before the Israelis got there. Machines nearby are drilling deep into the ground in search of more tunnels. Hamas insists the IDF must leave here. Benjamin Netanyahu is refusing.
The role of the IDF is to achieve the defeat, the military control, and make the cabinet do the political decision for the future.
But you have defeated the Rafah brigade.
What I mean, we have created the conditions for the cabinet to make the decisions for the future.
So you've created the conditions, you've eliminated most of the Rafah brigade, you've got control of the Philadelphia crossing, so the cabinet has a number of options it could choose.
Exactly.
There is still hopeful talk of a ceasefire, but frankly, it doesn't feel likely. The war in Gaza is changing. It's moving towards a grinding counterinsurgency. And if that's what the Israeli government wants, then it could be like this for years. Alistair Bunkall, Sky News, in Rafah, southern Gaza.